And he said, I don't think you understand how much this means to me. And so I asked him to share with me why he liked that CD so much, that prayer. And he said that 2 months earlier, he had walked out into his garage, and there he had found his nephew who had committed suicide in his pickup. He said he'd never even heard of the Divine Mercy, didn't know anything about St. Faustina, but he knew about our GRN station. And every day at 3 o'clock, he said he would go into his room, draw the curtains, play the Divine Mercy on the radio, and let God's mercy and love wash over him. And he said that is the only way I've ever been able to get through this.
I was very touched by receiving a letter and a picture from a prisoner that listened to one of our stations. And the letter was handwritten, and the prisoner basically was giving thanks for the Guadalupe Radio Network and all that we were doing, and how it had changed his life, and that when he got out of prison, he would be a different man. Also included, like I said, was a picture, and this picture was on butcher block paper, and it was with colored crayons. I'm sorry, with colored pencils. And he basically hand drew and colored a picture of our Sacred Heart of Jesus, and said many thanks to the Guadalupe Radio Network for all that you do. And that really touched me. It reinforced that the decision I had made to leave the oil and gas industry was the right one.
But she says, but no, you don't understand. My husband gets to drive around all day for work. And so I kind of went into his truck, because, getting everybody dressed and ready for work and school and to Mass on time every Sunday, it's a little bit harder than I'd like. So I went into his truck, and I set every single preset to 89.7. And of course, like you probably just did, I chuckled. And she says, no, you don't understand. And that's when the tear came down her cheek. And she says, he loves it too. He gets home from work and he's just on fire. And he comes up to me, gives me a big old hug and kiss in the kitchen. And the kids are on the dining room table doing their homework. And she says, sweetie, did you hear that story? Did you hear this call? Did you hear this call from Guadalupe Radio, from San Antonio, from DC, from Houston? Oh my God, and we're going back and forth. And it's amazing, we love it. And I look all over to my kids, and they've stopped doing their homework. And they're looking at us, at Mom and Dad, going back and forth, being excited about being Catholic, living out our Catholic faith. I get to pick up my kids every day, and we're praying the Divine Mercy Chaplet at 3 o'clock. I mean, how incredible is that? I didn't even know what it was before Catholic radio. And I was just, almost in tears. And she says, no, but Richard, you need to tell everybody you talk to this one thing. I paused and I listened. And she says, you need to tell everybody. I didn't know how much I needed it until I started listening. So I encourage you, tune in. You'll be glad you did. God bless you.